think you know all moments like this. Or this. Or this. The point is, they're always between you and the smartphone.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about my brick phone and how I made the switch from a smartphone. It's a choice I made like 6 months ago, I guess, so that's why I wanted to make this video around this time. So it's been already 6 months since I spent time on my smartphone, and I think it's a great topic to talk about and to encourage others to change up little things in their lives as well, because this one had a really positive one on my life. So I want to start off with the advantages and disadvantages of the smartphone. So I think this thing is really great when it comes to searching up stuff and speed and intelligence. Like if I want to look up something, I can always search on Google or anywhere on my fucking phone because it has all the apps I need. I can play games, I can watch YouTube, I can watch Netflix, I can listen to music, I can take so much pictures. But on the other hand, it is so time consuming. Like, I was sick of it. I downloaded an app where I could see how much hours I spent on my smartphone, and it was like 20 to 30 hours a week. I was like, what the fuck? How long is that? If I could spend all that time doing other stuff, my life would be so much richer than it is now. Richer in the meaning of doing stuff different than just being on this phone. So time consuming was one of the disadvantages, but also when I felt sad or something was going on in my life, I would go on TikTok and watch sad videos or listen to music that made me sad, and it just didn't uplift my vibe. Besides the time consuming fact, the smartphone kind of made me sad as well, and also it is something that makes you social because you stay in contact with people you don't see every day. But on the other hand, when you meet people in real life, you're also on this phone and chatting with other people or doing other stuff. So you're not really socializing with those people at the moment. And I feel like that's a really bad thing as well. And this thing made sure I stayed inside of my home a lot of the time. But somewhere in August 2021, I decided to change things a little bit. I decided to go to a brick phone. I've watched so many videos on this topic on YouTube because I wanted to do it correctly. I wanted to do it with knowledge and that I knew what I was getting myself into. And I wanted to know how I would be able to make the switch. So now I'm going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of my brick phone, and then I'm gonna compare them, okay? And then I'm also gonna tell you how I made the switch so that would be easier for you if you ever wanna change. I think I saw a lot of videos, but there wasn't something that told me how to make the switch exactly and from like a young person's perspective. So that's why I'm also making this video, to encourage other young people. So the brick phone is like an awesome thing, but it can be so frustrating because it's so slow, like really. The first thing I think is great about this phone is that it's very small. It fits in every single pocket and you can bring it everywhere without someone noticing it. But on the other hand, when people see this phone, they're making strange faces like, is he having a brick phone or what? And I think that's also a funny part, you know, because those people are confused. They're like, he's a young guy, he should have a smartphone, not a brick phone. But I think that's a great thing. But sometimes I'm a little scared to bring out my brick phone in the middle of a group of young people, because I'm like, hey, I don't have a smartphone. Or in class, for example, the teacher's like, take your smartphones, we're gonna make exercises online. But I'm like, I just can't. So that's a really fun thing, I guess, but it's also a frustrating part, and the fact that it is so slow to type a message. So instead of typing messages, I would wait the whole day till I come home and I can message through my laptop. And other times I will call people because otherwise it would take me like half the day to type one message. But of course I type messages with this thing. It makes sure that I'm aware of people calling me and messaging me, but people don't use messages anymore that much, so it's not like I get spammed. And I feel like the biggest advantage I have is when I'm at school, for example, or somewhere with people, I can not bring up my phone because I don't get those messages all the time. They're like on Snapchat, on Instagram, on Messenger constantly, and I'm like, I have my brick phone, so I'm not getting distracted as much as they get distracted. So I feel like getting a brick phone is something that makes you focus more on projects or things you're doing at the moment. It brings you in present life more, and you're more aware of people around you, being in another space than you actually are. And it also makes you more patient, I guess, because you have to wait the whole day to get on the Wi-Fi again when you're home. So I think that's a really great thing. But of course, you can't take as much pictures as you can do with a smartphone, and the quality is like really bad, and you can record voice messages, which I used to do a lot, and that's just a disadvantage, to be honest. And also no GPS, no Wi-Fi, so that's really bad, I thought in the beginning, but you learn to live with it. But one more advantage, I'm sorry I'm jumping from one topic to another, but it's like it's spontaneous, you know. But this thing doesn't take a lot of charging time. It charges like 1 or 2 hours and you're done for the whole week. So that's also an advantage. When I compare those things to each other, I can tell you that having a smartphone is like a great option. It provides you so much intelligence and knowledge. You can do so much stuff on this thing. It can help you. But you gotta live conscious with it, and that's what nobody or not a lot of people can. And that's actually why I made this choice, so I could make more time for other things in my life, which I've also done, by the way. But like this thing, living with it, reminds you of how much time you're on your smartphone normally. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the brick phone for another year or for my life, for the rest of my life, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be for just 1 year. But the fact that I'm using this and making myself conscious of the time you're on your smartphone is already something great for me. And that's what I'm asking you to do, is like be conscious of the time you're spending on this smartphone and the things it can do to you, because it has a lot of influence on so many people. And that's why I encourage you to like switch to a brick phone, so you become conscious of the time you're spending on your phone, and so you become more patient for like waiting for messages and typing messages, and you just like remember what it was to be without a phone all the time. I think I'm gonna quit it somewhere. I'm not sure of that. Maybe I'm not going to, but I think I am. But I still have had the opportunity to live without a smartphone, and teenagers in these times really need that. They need to know that the smartphone isn't their life. They can live without it, and that's what this phone taught me. It really taught me that lesson. And how I was able to make the switch, well, I'm gonna tell you right now. So first of all, you gotta be like impulsive. You just gotta say, I'm not going on my smartphone, I'm just gonna take a brick phone, and you put your SIM card in this phone, and wow, it's really cool, I can play Snake and stuff. And how does this work? Because my parents used to play with this and I'm not used to it. It was pretty simple to change because I had my laptop. I think without my laptop it would have been so much more difficult. And if you're not having a laptop or an iPad, I think it's already much more difficult. But if you have an iPad or a laptop and you can still go on social media on those features, well, that's really great, because Instagram, check. Messenger, check. Facebook, check. I think you can also go on TikTok on your laptop or iPad, but I don't have that personally anymore. What I actually did is I deleted apps step by step. So first it was TikTok, then it was Snapchat, and then WhatsApp and Instagram on my phone. So there wasn't anything useful on it anymore. And then I made everything possible on my laptop. I took my brick phone and I just started to live with it and taking pictures. Of course, I have a camera, so that's also an advantage. If you don't have a camera, well, that really sucks, to be honest. But I can tell you, I take way less pictures and I'm not sad about it. I'm not sad about not taking pictures because I gotta live in the moment. I think that's what made it easier for me, so I switched to my laptop a lot of stuff. I deleted it step by step, some apps on my phone, and you gotta be impulsive and you gotta know what you're doing it for. People are curious about your story. They're like, hey, you have a brick phone. Some people are, as I told you before, they're making strange faces, but some people are showing interest and they're like, wow, it's actually really cool that he's using a brick phone and not a smartphone anymore. Maybe I should do that too. And I hope I can reach out to you and encourage you to try it as well. Maybe not for 6 months, maybe for just 3 or 4 months, maybe for a year, maybe for the rest of your life, I don't know, but please try it out. Try it out. You're a teenager, you should be playing outside and going out with friends and doing stuff like cooking or washing the dishes or I don't know what, but don't lose your time on your smartphone. So guys, this was actually my video on this topic, and let's make moments like this turning into this. Oh! Ah! And moments like this turning into that. Because we need to live more in the present moment and we should make fun with other things than just our smartphones. So please try it out. And thank you so much for watching my video. I'm aware that there isn't really a structure in this video, I'm aware of that, but I think it's okay. A video without structure can be fun as well, I guess. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have liked this video and you want to watch other videos of mine, please go check them out and like this video or subscribe to my channel. It would help me so much because we're already at 41 now and I'm so happy with that. I'm so grateful, and I just want to encourage other people to use not this but this. That would be amazing, guys. So really thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.